Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 tips to spot fake products. In a world where people love to shop, fake products are out there in abundance. Whether you want to see if your friends buy fake clothing and electronics, or just know yourself so that you don't get scammed, this video is bound to help you out. But first, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I'll try to reply. So, coming in at number 10, we have earpods. The chances are, at some point in your life, you've used a pair of Apple earpods. However, one frequent complaint about Apple earpods is that they can sometimes break, and when they do, they're expensive to replace. As a result of this, thousands of people sell genuine Apple earpods on websites like eBay and Amazon for as little as 99 cents. But are these cheap earpods too good to be true? Some are real, while others are not. One key way to tell if your earpods are real is to make sure that you can't see the speakers through the mesh. Another way you can notice a fake pair of earpods is if the bump that connects the wire to the volume tab has a line down the middle of it. This is a sign of shoddy plastic molding and means it was made badly. And finally, if the bass vent is only a small hole, then this means your product is fake and you won't be getting the bass you paid for. Next up, we have Yeezys. Kanye West's Yeezy shoes are a highly regarded piece of footwear, and a fashion statement that says you don't mind splashing the cash. With all the hype surrounding these shoes, there's going to be some people who want these, but may not have the funds to pay for them, and even some who sell fake Yeezys at a real price to take advantage of non-savvy buyers. A key way to make sure a Yeezy shoe is real is to check that the red stitching on the tab is square and not oval shaped. The Adidas and Yeezy logos on the side of the shoe should also be embossed into the felt patch, rather than just printed on. And on the bottom of the shoe, there should be a white spongy part that doesn't feature on most fakes. So now you can tell if the person who's showing off their new shoes are justified or not, and prevent yourself from getting scammed if you want to buy these shoes. Judging by the price tag though, these shoes are already kind of a scam. Next up, we have USB cables. USB cables are one of the most used cables in the world, and they're used in a wide variety of expensive electronics. As a result of this, USBs have to pass tests made by tech companies to ensure they're official USB cables. But even so, it's no surprise that some companies still make fakes. On Apple iPhones, it will actually tell you when a fake cable is plugged into your phone. However, other pieces of tech don't do this. But don't worry, there's many ways to spot a fake. One huge giveaway is the logo on the front of your cable. It should be small and grey, however fake ones are often bold and large. Another way to tell if a USB is fake is if there's any gap between where the cable meets the USB plug. Real ones don't have this gap, but fake ones do, meaning they're often made badly and sometimes they're even unsafe. Next up, we have Vans. While Vans may not be the most expensive shoes when compared to Yeezys like we saw before, they are popular and an iconic piece of footwear. Many companies produce fake Vans and sell them at markets or online, but these fake Vans are often very badly made. One key way to spot fake Vans is to make sure that the iconic waffle pattern underside of the shoes changes down the shoe, and that it's not just one pattern. Also, on every Vans shoe, there's a small steel seal to ensure authenticity. If your shoes don't have that, then you've likely been scammed. Next up, we have cigars. They're less fashionable nowadays, but there might come a time in your life when you want to relax with a cigar. Cigars are expensive as they're often imported and are seen as a luxury product. One of the main ways you can tell if a cigar is fake is by the packaging. The paper wrapped around cigars is rarely printed just like you might do on a home printer. They often use special materials like shiny paper to create a golden effect, or sometimes emboss text into paper to make it look 3D. Also, the wrapping on fake cigars usually doesn't line up, as they're wrapped by a person rather than an expensive machine. So before you fork out $100 for a cigar, check its label first. Next up, we have Jordans. Jordans are one of the most successful sneaker brands in the world. Their releases excite millions, but like Yeezys, Jordans can also be out of some people's price range. And some scammers like to take advantage of people who want rare shoes by making and selling fake versions of them, sometimes for tens or thousands of dollars. Don't worry though, there are a few ways to tell a fake. The base of some Jordans are meant to have a blue gum material, but most of the fakes will include a white bottom, and the tip of the shoe is made of a matte leather on many Jordans. However, this material is expensive, so fakes usually just use a shiny, cheap-looking plastic instead. While some Jordan knockoffs can look quite authentic, there's millions of fakes out there, so be vigilant. Next up, we have chargers. Charging plugs may seem like an essential and basic product, but they can be deadly if they're not made by official manufacturers. And I'm not being dramatic, hundreds of house fires are caused every year as a result of badly made fake chargers. Most plugs will have small plastic rings going around the pins, while fake chargers will often leave this detail out. The rings are a safety block which actually makes your charger safer, and most fake chargers won't have seams between the edges of the plastic parts. This is a telltale giveaway that the charger you're using is fake and potentially dangerous. Next up we have UGG boots. UGG boots have been many girls' favourite footwear for years, and while you might think that if you can bend a product easily then it's badly made and likely fake, this is not the case with UGG boots, as they're made from such a comfortable material you're supposed to be able to bend the tip of the boot, while on fakes you won't be able to bend the tip as they're often made out of a cheap and hard wire. And the fluffy white material on top of UGG boots has a brown tint to it if you look closely. However, counterfeiters rely on people not noticing this, and often use a cheap plain white fur-like material. But now that you know, hopefully you won't get tricked anytime soon. Next up we have Samsung. Samsung is one of the largest technology brands in the world, and they make some amazing products, from phones and laptops to televisions and speakers. Unfortunately though, many companies, mainly based in China, manufacture fake versions of Samsung products, sometimes selling them for low prices on market stalls only for the product to break a few days later, or selling them online all around the world for a lot of money. The key way to tell if a Samsung product is fake is to look at the A in the Samsung logo on the product. If the A has a thick part on the top, then it's fake, as the real logo uses a thin typography. Almost every fake Samsung manufacturer uses this fake font, so be on the lookout. Next up we have Louis Vuitton. It's possibly one of the most desirable brands in the world, but there's a lot of fakers out there. One way to tell if a Louis Vuitton bag is fake is by counting the number of stitches on the straps. It should have 5 stitches on the bottom and the top and 4 on the sides. And if you want to know if a Louis Vuitton belt is fake, then look at the shape of the beginning of the belt. If it's rounded off like this, then it's real, but if it's just cut at a right angle, then it's fake. So be wary when you're buying these things if you're not using the official websites, and make sure you know what you're getting is real. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the best tip to spot fake products. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.